As an entrepreneur and a thought leader, I've learned that every day is just a little different. One day it seems that success is absolutely inevitable, and the next it feels as if everything has fallen apart. Now, I know that this is the entrepreneurial journey, but what I've learned is that how I respond to the ups and downs is the essential piece. And it's what will help me build and grow my own success. Early on in my career, I was lucky enough to learn the value of having a clear vision, a North Star. And that helps me to establish where I'm headed and for me to refocus when I find myself in those moments of doubt. When we know our vision, we can use it as our destination. Just like when we're putting in a destination into our maps on our GPS. We often have a choice of many routes. There are many ways to get to any destination. There's often the easiest, the direct route, but it might be clogged with traffic. It might be difficult to get to. But there are often others that we can look at. Some might take longer, but they give us a scenic route. And others might have extra effort. Maybe we have to go over a mountain or under a tunnel. Whatever it is, each of them will get us to our destination. That's what the map does. It tells us that there are many routes to get to that destination. But which is the one we're going to choose as our focus for the journey we're on? And the question there is, once we've chosen it, are we going to trust it along the way? Or do we double back and go back on another route? We've all done that and we know the folly of it. And these are the questions that many of us ask ourselves when we're working towards a vision. We ask, do we have the right products or services to actually get us to that vision? Are we focused on the right target audience? Is our marketing and sales clear? These are decisions that we're making all the way along. However, we need to keep reminding ourselves of where we're going. What is that destination we're trying to get to? Because unlike a destination on a map, we sometimes forget that we have a vision, that we are going somewhere, and that all of those decisions along the way are just decisions that help us get to that vision. I always like to say that when we're trying to achieve a vision, there are actually no wrong turns. Every decision we make takes us either closer to or farther from that vision. But sometimes the choices that take us farther from are actually the most important because they help us find exactly what we needed in that out of the way route. Perhaps it's the scenic route that inspires us and it helps us to now move more quickly because we've got the inspiration and the input to get us closer to that vision. So, as an entrepreneur who works with thought leaders, I'm focused on helping my clients build the businesses and the messages that will help them change our future. And every time I get a little mixed up on my own route, I come back to that focus, that vision. And when I focus on my why, it amazes me how new clients, new opportunities, and even new directions just seem to show up because what you focus upon does expand. And what this means for me is remembering that the work that I do is important and it helps others to step into their thought leadership so they can contribute their voices. Because what we need now more than ever is a diversity of thought leadership. And those diverse thought leaders use their own unique stories, helping us to understand and value their novel and inspired thinking. And this helps us to find new ideas. So together, we're all working towards a future that is resilient and inclusive because of the diversity that created it.